Hi guys, this is Sadak from Debugging.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to flash the latest OxygenOS 15 port directly from the OnePlus 11 onto your Poco F5. So please check a backup of all the data on your phone and then let's get started. First off, get hold of the latest Android SDK platform tools from my guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done so on the C drive, and as you could see, these are the files of platform tools. Once you have done the extraction, you will now have to enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. The debugging is required for ADB command, whereas OEM unlocking is required to unlock the bootloader on your phone. So let's now enable both the toggles. For that, go to the settings menu on your phone, then go to about phone and tap on OS version 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. Once that happens, go back, go to additional settings, and from here, you should now see developer options. Go there and enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. You will now get a prompt on your phone. So check mark, I am aware of all the risk, and then you have to wait for 10 seconds. Once the time frame has elapsed, just tap on OK, and you might get one more prompt. So in that prompt again tap on OK, and debugging is now enabled. Let's verify the same. So either go to the address bar of platform tools, type in CMD, hit enter, or copy the path of platform tools, then go to start menu, type in CMD and open CMD from here, then type in CD space, paste the path of platform tools, and with this you are now inside the platform tools directory. So now type in ADB devices and verify that you are getting an ID. If you're not getting any ID, then you'll have to unplug and replug your phone from the PC. Disable and re-enable USB debugging. Tap on revoke USB debugging. Use the official USB cable that came with your phone and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out this USB fixture and verify that you're getting an ID. Once you're getting this ID, your next course of action is to unlock the bootloader on your phone. Do note that unlocking will wipe off all the data and it might make the warranty null and void as well. If that's well and good, you can refer to a guide and get the job done via the official Me Unlock tool. Once you've unlocked the bootloader, you will now have to get hold of the latest OxygenOS 15 port based on from the OnePlus 11 for your phone. So this is the port. So get hold of the zip file. Apart from that, you also need to download the firmware file. So it's recommended to get hold of the latest firmware which should correspond to your region. So the U is the Android version upside down cake, MR is the device code Poco F5, then we have the region IN for India, MI global, CN China, EU Europe, and XM is the Xiaomi firmware code which is same for all the phones. So get hold of the required firmware which is for your region. In my case it's the India build. So download the region, and apart from that the firmware and the ROM file. Once you have got both the file, let's move ahead. So now you have to boot your phone to the fastboot mode. For that type in ADB reboot bootloader and hit enter, and your phone should now reboot into fastboot mode, which should take just a few seconds. Once it's in the fastboot mode, type in fastboot devices and verify that you are getting an ID. If you are not getting any ID, then you will have to install fastboot drivers onto your PC. We have made a separate guide and a video on the same. You could refer to a guide and install the drivers. Once that is done, right click on the Windows icon and choose device manager, then select expand the Android phone section and verify that your phone is being shown here as Android bootloader interface. So this as well as the serial ID next to fastboot signify that your PC is able to read the phone in fastboot mode, and we are now good to go ahead. So let's now start off with the flashing process. In this regard, your first course of action is to flash the TWRP recovery onto your phone. I have made a separate guide and a video on the same, but still I'll show you once again how to get this job done. So first and foremost, we are done with the first step. The second step is also done. Likewise, the third step has also been checkmarked off the list. So the fourth step is to get hold of the recovery file. Download the recovery version and not the boot version. There are two versions. So let me show you the file. The file should be something like this. So get hold of the file and transfer the file inside the platform tools directory. Once that is done, rename it to something shorter. So let's rename it to TWRP, and the complete name becomes TWRP.img. Once that is done, you could now flash the recovery across the recovery partition. So since our phone has the recovery slot A and the recovery slot B, so first off type in fastboot flash recovery and the file name which is TWRP.img. Then first off flash in the recovery slot A and then in the slot B, or you could merge both the command and flash across both the slot A and slot B at one go. This is what we are doing. As you could see, the flash A in the recovery partition A and the partition B both are flashed. Now type in fastboot reboot recovery and hit enter, and your phone should now reboot into the newly flashed recovery. This should take only a few seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen, and after that we'll verify. So as you could see, we are now inside the recovery. So the flashing has been done successfully. You may simply copy paste the command from my guide as well. So now that the flashing has been done, let's move ahead with the next step. Now you have to do a format data which will wipe off all the data from your phone. If that's well and good, go to wipe, format data, type in yes, hit the orange check mark, and the formatting is now complete. Now go back, again go back, go to reboot and choose recovery. Your phone will reboot to the TWRP recovery and this will remount the data partition. This is required so that your phone is not shown in the PC and you could now easily transfer the ROM and the firmware files. So let's do that. This is the firmware file, latest firmware for my phone, and this is the ROM file from the OxygenOS 15 OnePlus 11. So let's transfer the files across the phone. So in some cases your phone might not be shown here, whereas in other cases, even though your phone might be shown here, but you might not be able to access the storage. So in both the cases, you may either use a USB OTG device if you have, but if you don't have any OTG, you may also use the ADB push command to get the job done. In case of ADB push, just transfer the file inside the platform tools directory, and then you have to use the command as follows: ADB push file name, let's say rom.zip // and the location on the phone, which is SD card. SD card stands for internal storage. You may also do the transfer to the data or the temp directory, but it's recommended to use the SD card. So use this command and the files will be transferred inside the internal storage of your phone. But for now we are using the USB mount method and this should get the job done in around 5 to 6 minutes. So let's just wait for the file to be transferred. So guys, the files have now been transferred. So let's flash them. First off, you have to flash the firmware file. So go to install, choose the firmware and swipe to flash. The flashing will take only around 4 to 5 seconds. So let's just wait, and the flashing is now done. And now you can flash the ROM file. So choose the ROM zip file and swipe to flash once again. The flashing will now start and this could take up to around a while. So let's just wait for the flashing to complete. So guys, the ROM flashing was very fast. That's quite great to see. And you might get a few warning signs, which is completely normal and nothing to worry about. Just make sure you are getting the success message at the top. If that's well and good, go back. Again go back, and now you have to do a format data once again, just to be on the safer side. This is a compulsory and not optional. So do a format data, and once that is done, you will now reboot your phone to the OS. So tap on reboot system and your phone should now reboot to the OxygenOS based on Android 15. Do keep in mind that the first boot will take up some time. That is completely normal and nothing to worry about. From the subsequent time, that will not be the case. With that said, let's wait for the boot animation or the boot logo to appear. And as you could see, this is the OxygenOS 15 boot animation. So our phone will now boot to the ROM in a matter of few seconds. So with this, we are now inside the OS and this is the boot animation, which looks quite nice. And let's get started. Let's choose the English language. And in the region, let's say India. Hit on next. And as of now, you may connect your phone to the Wi-Fi, link your account and restore all the data. But for now, I'm skipping all that stuff just to speed up the process. You may set up a log method as well. But for now, I'm skipping that and only accepting the terms and condition, which should take a few more seconds. Just give me a second and phone is being ready. Recommended options, you may enable or disable the toggle based on your requirement, but you have to agree to a few tweaks. Buttons or gesture, let's go with the gestures, and that's just about it. Tap on let's go and we should now inside the OS in a few more seconds. And this is the OxygenOS 15, the latest build. As you could see, we have only a few pre-installed Google apps and no bloatware as such, which is quite great to see. Let me first have a look at the calculator, whether it's back or not. So this is the OG OnePlus, so it's great to see it's back. And okay, so we have scientific as well over here, which you could get a hold of. And apart from that, history is also there. And in this, you must do the conversion from one metric to a different one. And you also have the option to minimize the app and drag it anywhere you want. Or double tap here, go to full screen, minimize or close the app. As you could see, let's close it. And apart from that, this is the QS tiles. So true to my knowledge, okay, yes, this is the new thing in OxygenOS 15. If you may use the classic old one in which the QS tiles and the notification are combined, or the split one. In case of a split, you will get the QS tiles from the right hand side and the notification from the left hand side. Let me show you. if I swipe from here, I will get the notification drawer, as you could see, and no QS tiles. But if I swipe from here, I will get only the QS tiles and no notification, similar to how the iPhone works. So it has taken a page, or rather a book, the entire book from the iOS ecosystem. You may also customize the QS tiles using this pen icon from here, and add or remove buttons more from here, or go to this menu, and from here let's see what all so we may customize the QS tiles. Okay, so you may choose between both of these options from here. And if then you have the Zen space, which has been there in OnePlus for ages. It's the mode wherein you may enable it, and during that time frame none of the apps and features will work. It will allow you to calm yourself down. And we have the theme store as well. You have to go online, and from here you may then theme your phones accordingly, choose numerous font style, and some other free themes, some paid themes you might have to sign in as well, and then enable the Wi-Fi on your phone. Apart from that, this is the settings menu. As you could see, the new revamp settings menu. These are the network tweaks. Then in the wallpaper and style, from here let's see what are in there. Well, there are quite a lot of themes. Let's hit the apply theme, and it's now implemented. As you could see, this looks quite nice, and these are the various Flux themes that you have. By default, this is the theme that you get with OnePlus. And then there are a few wallpapers as well. Well, not few, quite a lot of classic wallpapers, live wallpapers. By live, let me show you any one of them. As you could see, these are the movement, and this looks quite nice, to be frank. And that's just about it. Around quite a lot of live wallpapers we have. Then apart from the live wallpapers, let's see what all in store we have. Okay, so wallpapers, you have the sublime, grandiose, sleek designs as well, aerial view, and you may also go online and get more wallpapers. Then you have the AOD display. So let's enable the AOD. You may either choose the default one or the classic one, and then you may have your own Bitmoji, your own canvas, any custom pattern of your choice. So let me draw a pattern, and then you could see you could place it on the home screen as well, and on the AOD choose a different color. Usually I don't use these things, but if you are a fan of customizations, you may apply them on the AOD. Then you may add a text as well. Let's say Droidwin, and that's it. You may change the text size, text weight, alignment. I want to see the text font, so font style there is not. And you may change the color as well of these. Let's go with the orange or yellowish. Hit the apply button, and let's now have a look. As you could see, it's now implemented in the AOD style. Then next up, let me see what all is in store. So you may add a few AOD styles from here as well. The carbon footprint, the CO2 usage, live usage, and then all of these stuffs are also there for the environmentalist. The homeland, the clocks, this is the clocks for the insights, the phone usage. Then the OnePlus unique clock that you get with the original OnePlus phones, they are there for the ages. Analog clock, the text clock, which has been the quite famous in OnePlus phones for ages again. And apart from AOD, you may change the font style as well from here. These are the various font style that you could change from. Okay, you may also install more fonts from the third-party sites as well. Then the icon shapes, shadow, material UI theming engine, Pebble, or you may also choose a custom art plus icons, and these are the icon shape that you could apply. Whatever you choose will be applied across the entire UI and UX. Adopt system color. Well, this looks quite nice, to be frank. And let's now apply it and have a look at it as well. So as you could see, the app icons have now been customized, and it's quite great to see. Then user interface colors, it's the material UI theming engine. So all the changes will take place across all the buttons, QS tiles as well, menus. Then you may also choose it from the wallpaper color. So what is the dominant color in the wallpaper will be applied as a theme across the entire UI and UX of the OS. Then you may also enable edge lighting. So whenever you get a notification, the edges of the display will light up. You may choose from either of the three colors as well. Apart from edge lighting, what all we have in store, so home screen and the lock screen, let's have a look at that. So home screen, you may choose the drawer or the slide. This has been taken from the Zombie, I guess, MIUI. You have the option to either use the app drawer as well or simply do a swipe and only access the home screen. There will be no app drawer. Then home screen layout, you may change the layout number of apps. Let's go with 5x5 or even 5x6. So 5x5 will get the job done. Double tap to lock on the home screen. So let's see if it works or not. So it's working well and good. Double tap to wake will let you to the AOD and not on the lock screen. Then advanced material UI theming engine, advanced UI effect, blur effect to notification, QSI and home screen, as you could see now. But do note that it will lead to additional battery drainage, and this does not look quite nice, at least to me. Animation effect has been set either standard or enhanced, you could see. So enhanced looks much better. Then you may also add a lock screen magazine. Let's enable it, and wallpaper settings. So agree and continue. You may add a wallpaper from here. Let's say this one, and you may also choose a random wallpaper and it will randomly add it. Say, let's say add view. So let me see this one, and it's now added, and you may swipe up, but you will again require Wi-Fi network. Then you may swipe to refresh and you will get new wallpapers on the lock screen. As you could see, these are just some of the options that we are getting right now. And next up, apart from this, so you may update the app version and get more wallpapers in the magazine, in the lock screen. Then apart from that, let's have a look at display and brightness. This is the dark theme. This also looks quite nice. Let's now use our phone in the dark theme as well. You may change the font and display style from here. Enable the image sharpener and it will sharpen the image, but again it will lead to battery usage, but that's fine with me. Video color boost. So regarding the battery usage, the phone also comes with the Superbook charger. Let me see whether it will show any animation for that or not. Let me first close my phone, and now let's see the Superbook animation. So well, the animation has been added. That's quite great to see. I wasn't expecting this. It came as a surprise, but the ROM developer has done quite a great job, as you might have seen now. Anyways, moving on. You may change the screen resolution as well. Let's go with the high one. Turn on Quad HD. Again, this will lead to additional battery. Well, the font and display have been increased. I don't know why they did that, but still, let's keep it with the default one. The screen refresh rate, you may either choose the standard or the high one. By default, it's set to high. And you may also implement specific app refresh rate. For example, in case of Google Chrome, when you are reading just articles, you may set to 60 Hz because you don't require much hertz. But if you are playing any games or using an app which requires too much resource, you may apply 120 Hz in that based on the app being usage. Then apart from that, let's have a look at some of the other options. Home screen and the lock screen. So this we are done and dusted. Then we have the sounds and vibration. You may tweak the volume from here and change the volume based on each specific app as well. This is quite great to see. And all the ringtones are also there. All these tweaks which are there on the OnePlus phones, you could get a hold of on this ROM. So they haven't left anything over here. They have added each and everything. Haptics, the haptic intensity. Haptics might have been a little bit much better, but still it's fine. It will get the job done, but not as much as you would have expected. But no complaints regarding that. Notification and QL style. So you may choose either of the three notification places. In the status bar, you may hide these icons: battery, style, vertical, horizontal, loop. As you could see, it's now in loop. Notification icons, show icons, show numbers, or don't show. So show icon is the best option, which has already been implemented. Then recent apps being used, and privacy. In case of privacy, you have the options to private space. Let me see. So this page is still from the AOSP ROM, which is not a major cause of concern. And privacy dashboard, private space. Okay, private safe is there, but I guess should be the private space only. Let me first set a screen lock. For the ease of convenience, I'm using just a pattern. Although it's not safe, even I know, but they will still warn you. I am doing so for the ease of convenience as of now. This is the pattern which has been set. Fingerprint. Okay, fingerprint unlock. Let's skip it for now. Let me see what exactly is private safe. set a privacy password first. Set password. So let's go with an easy one. Too common. Yes, I know that it's too common. Enter security question. I don't know why they are wasting so much of my time. Tech confirm. Now let's try to access. I don't know, it has gone mad or something as such. So anyways, the private space allows you to hide the apps in the private space, and you could only access the apps if you have the password for that apps, or you would also hide apps from here as well. See, again it's asking for the password. Either I am not using it the correct way, or there is some issue with the feature. Okay, there might be some issue with the feature for now, which should be rectified in the subsequent build. And apart from that, we have a few apps tweak as well. You may clone an app and make a second space for the app. For example, you may use 2 instances of the Facebook app, the WhatsApp app, and so on. Then special app access, you may manage all the apps and the system app from here as well. Then apart from that, system and updates, you may get hold of the latest update from this section or from my guide as well. As you could see, it's the latest OxygenOS 15 port for the Poco F5. Then apart from that, this is the about device section, and this looks quite nice as well. And that's just about it. So guys, on that note, I round up this video. This is the OnePlus folder, so you might already be aware you could also increase the size and decrease it from here by dragging it. As you could see, the UI is quite impressive, and sidebar is there. I suppose there is something here as well, smart sidebar. Okay, you may also add apps over here. File log, recent files from here, you could access them and access all the apps from the all section. Do an edit and add and remove apps from here. This is quite a handy feature. For example, let's access the my file section, and it's now shown here. You may drag the file anywhere you want and close and minimize it, or do a full screen and then close it from here. And this is the recent app screen. As you could see, sidebar for me is quite a handy feature. Just drag it from here and you will get all the apps, or tap on all and it will open the app drawer in the minimize screen, which is handy once again. Let's tap on off and let's minimize it for now. So guys, with that said, I round up this video. If you have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.